If you want to achieve something in your life, but you don't work on that because of a certain reason, basically, if you say, I would like to achieve something, but then this video is for you, because in today's video, I will talk about most common reasons people give to why they cannot achieve that. I will also explain why those reasons are not valid. Those are mostly excuses, and how to overcome. So how to still work towards your goal, even if you think you cannot achieve it. More in today's video. Hi, I have a PhD in neuroscience and I'm also a productivity coach, and in today's video I will be talking about most common reasons people give to why they cannot achieve something and how to overcome this. I base this by talking to dozens of clients, also by talking to my friends, my family members, my co-workers, and I keep noticing the same patterns repeating. So there are basically three main types of reasons people give to why they cannot achieve a certain goal. I am going to talk in today's video about all those three groups, but before I start, I want you to listen carefully and to see which type of reasons do you give. So I will talk about most common reasons, group 1, 2 and 3, and I want you to see to which group you belong to and also to comment that down below. So let's see which type of reasons do you give for not working towards a goal. So let's start with main reason. First group of reasons is blaming the circumstances. This is usually when people say, I cannot achieve that because I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, my job is too difficult, I come from a certain country, I am a woman, I am a man, I have children, I don't have children. So basically blaming the outside world, blaming your circumstances and saying, I cannot do that because of something in my life, some external circumstances. That is the first group. Second group is blaming, going inwards, blaming yourself. I cannot achieve that because I'm not talented enough, I'm not motivated enough, I'm not disciplined enough, I don't have experience, I am not a certain way. So it's blaming yourself and saying you cannot achieve something because you are a certain way. And the third group is not working towards a goal because of being afraid what could happen. So that is usually saying, what if? For example, what if I post on a YouTube channel and somebody makes fun of me? What if I invest in this coaching program or education, but the program is not as good and I lose money? What if I decide to go on that date, but then the date goes wrong, or I get rejected? What I'm going to do now? So these are the three common groups, and I'm going to talk more in detail in some of my future videos as well. So I want to ask you to subscribe, to keep up to date to those videos, and also to support my channel, because it means a lot to me to see that I have support from the community. So please subscribe. Now that I talk about three most common groups of reasons people give to why they cannot do that, let's see how to overcome this. So let's start with reason number 1, which is blaming the outside world. So if you think you cannot achieve something because of your circumstances, that might be true, but in 95% of the chances, it's not that you cannot do it, it's just that it's more difficult. I will give you a good example of my own. I come from Eastern Europe, and I heard a lot of my friends, people around me, complaining that they cannot do something because they're from Eastern Europe. So they say, I would love to go to this university, but it's going to be more difficult for me because I'm from Eastern Europe. You know, those Western people, they could get access to education more easily. Or another example of my own is women in STEM. Women thinking they cannot work in science and technology because it's a male-dominated field. And in both of these cases, that was not true. It is true that it's more difficult. So being a woman in STEM, being in a male-dominated field is more difficult. Getting access to top universities while being from Eastern Europe is more difficult. But it's not impossible. There are still ways to do that. You will probably need to put more effort, but if you really want something, then it's worth putting more effort. It's the same for me. For example, it's more difficult for me to speak in English because it's not my native language, but that doesn't mean that I cannot do it. A good way to overcome this problem is to find somebody who has similar circumstances in your life, who managed to get where you wanted to be. For example, when I wanted to apply for a scholarship for ETH Zurich that I eventually got, although from being from Eastern Europe and from being from a non-EU country, I still managed to get it. What I did is that I talked to people from my own country who applied and who managed to get to ETH, and I asked them for advice. Also, when it comes to recording and creating YouTube channel, I was also listening to other YouTubers sharing their experiences and how they managed to overcome certain problems that come with YouTube. So you should find somebody who has similar life circumstances, but who has what you would like to have. Another great example is that I have a friend who has kids, and she keeps saying that she cannot do something because she has a child. And then I told her maybe she could talk to some women who have children, but who manage to have what she wants to have. To summarize this, number one, if you are blaming outside world and saying I cannot achieve that because of my life conditions, then you should find a person who has similar life conditions but who is where you would like to be and ask them for advice. Number two is blaming yourself. So saying I cannot do that because I'm like this or that. In some cases, that is really true. For example, I am very short and I knew that I wouldn't be able to be a basketball player. However, usually when something is really unlikely, almost impossible, we don't even have this desire. So I never had a desire to be a basketball player. I was like, okay, I'm too short, I'm not even going to bother with that. However, when you have a desire, when you would like to achieve something, usually there is a part of you that thinks, that believes that is possible. So what's the best thing to do in that case? If you think you cannot do something because you have no experience, you're not good enough, is to find somebody who is specialized in helping people solving that problem or getting where they want to be. Let's say if you're overweight and you would like to become fit, you should go to a fitness coach. Or if you want to be more productive, you should talk to a productivity coach. Usually we think we are special and that our problems are special, but most of the times there are many people who have similar characteristics or who have similar problems, inner problems. So for example, if you're overweight, there are many other people who have the same problem, who had the same problem, but they still managed to lose weight. If you're not productive, there are many other people, including myself, who struggle with productivity, but they manage to find a way to become more productive. You just need to find right tools. The best is to hire a coach, to hire somebody to help you. If you don't have money for that or you think that's not the best way for you, you can educate yourself, you can find a bunch of content online. Just know, to summarize, if you think you cannot do something because you're in a certain way, you have certain characteristics, most likely that's not true. You just need to find the right tools to work what you have now in order to get where you want to be. And third problem is what if. If you have this thought in your head, what if something happens, but you start having ideas and potential solutions how to deal with this problem, then that's not a problem. For example, when I was worried about whether I would get hater comments on my videos, I would think to myself, okay, let's say this really happens, because it can happen. So most of our what if fears are not irrational, but they could happen. I said to myself, what could I do? If I get a hater comment, I could delete that comment. I could maybe block that person, block that hater. Maybe I would ignore them. Maybe I would reply. So there are potential solutions to this problem. So that's okay. I keep posting videos and I have what if this happens, if I get a hater's comment, I already have potential solutions that I could implement. The problem is, if I were to say, what if I want to record a YouTube video, I want to post it, I want to grow my channel, but I'm afraid of getting a hater comment. And then I get blocked. I don't record anything, I don't post on YouTube, and my dream and goals goes to waste. So that's a problem. If you have a what if thought, but you have potential solutions to what if that really happens, then you don't have a problem. But if you get blocked and you have this analysis paralysis thinking, oh, what if, and this blocks you from working towards that goal, then you have a problem and you need to solve it. One way to solve this problem is to talk to other people, to ask your friends what do they think about, because maybe you don't have an idea what if something happens, you don't have an idea what to do in that case, but maybe your friends do, or your family, or a coach, somebody you could work with. If what if problem is causing you a lot of anxiety, if you're really anxious, then the best way is to talk to a therapist, because therapists know how to help you calm down that anxiety in order to stop having these running thoughts, what if, and unblock yourself and work towards your goals. So to summarize, we have 3 main types of reasons to why people don't work towards achieving what they want. It's because they're blaming their external circumstances, because they're blaming themselves, or because they have this what if thoughts. They're afraid what could happen if they take action. And I also gave you potential solutions to how to stop using those reasons as excuses. And if you want to become more productive, if your goal is to become more productive and you want to stop using excuses to why you're not being productive, then you might be a good fit for the program Neuroproductivity. That is one-on-one coaching program where we talk about how you could become more productive. I teach you to become more productive using principles of neuroscience. To learn more about the program, to see how the program exactly works, to see if you would be a good candidate, you should schedule a discovery call with me. So it's a discovery call that is for free, where we talk one-on-one, what are some goals you would like to achieve, what are some problems that you are facing, and I can tell you whether neuroproductivity could help you solve this problem and how to proceed. In order to schedule a discovery call, you should click on the link in my description. So you go to the video description, you click on the Calendly link, and you schedule a 30 minutes consultation. I really hope to see you there. You want to use this opportunity, but only if you're serious about becoming more productive. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel to see similar videos, and I see you soon.